Welcome to Summa Our Vegas. I'm your host, Renee Summa Our. Today's guest is a powerful young woman whose official title now is Miss Black Nevada 2024. The Miss Black Nevada USA organization celebrates strong, committed women of color by developing Black women today while strengthening our collective tomorrow. With years of scholastic achievements and community service and leadership, she strives to continue to show the power of Black women building networks that last a lifetime, and how those efforts provide an alternative to the numerous negative influences confronting young Black women today. Let's welcome Jasmine Brown to the podcast. That's so great.
Thank you. Hey, y'all.
She's a Brown.
Yes.
We might be related in 4 months.
We'll be, especially if you got family down south. So thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to speak about the topics that we actually seen. I'm kind of awkward, so we're just going to go.
I love it. I love
Black
the
girl
awkwardness. Yes, because we come in all shapes, sizes, and forms, and sometimes we're a little awkward, and that's okay. So welcome to the podcast. Let's go ahead and get into it. Tell us what it's like to be crowned Miss Nevada 2024, and what is a day in the life for the pageant queen?
Oh, my goodness. So to be crowned as Miss Black Nevada USA, for one, it's a whole process that we go through. It feels unreal because we're representing Black women, and it's just a different type of system. So our system is a scholarship system. So when we go for the main title, which is Miss Black USA, we'll be competing for a law school scholarship as well as a master's scholarship. Luckily, with Miss Black Nevada USA, we're able to, do a lot of things. It's very diverse. I like to go in the community. My platform is the Black Nevada Renaissance. So it was inspired by the Harlem Renaissance. Pretty much, I want to focus on scholarship, education, fashion, and community engagement. And right now, that's what we're working on towards this, second half of the year. And we also have the Juneteenth event coming up. So, my life kind of looks like a roller coaster right now, especially with go time, because we're preparing for the national pageant. So we're consistently on a move right now. We have pageant practice. As I said, last night we went from 7 to really 10:30 p.m., kind of 11, because we were talking. But it's always about networking. We also meet up with the other pageant queens in different systems. And so mainly the goal is to get Miss Black Nevada USA to be known so other Black women could join it, because we have a teen division and we have a MS division for those who are 28 and up.
Okay, yeah, because I was going to say, I think a lot of young Black girls here don't know that outside of Miss Las Vegas and different things like that, that we have a young Black beautiful woman as Miss Nevada, Miss Black Nevada, which, I think a lot of young Black women don't know that's something that they can achieve, and have that title to represent the state of Nevada. We don't really consider the state of Nevada like the South, where they would crown a young Black woman as Miss Black Nevada. So again, congratulations to you on that. Now, with that said, what would someone have to do to get into pageants? What are those qualifying factors if a young lady wanted to do this?
So pageantry is different for every system. I could say for our system, we have a registration where you sign up. They actually have some. It closes August 1st, y'all. So I would love for y'all to sign up for that. But you sign up for it, then you go into prelims, then you do a pageant for the states, and then as you do the state pageant, hopefully it would be about 5 to 10 girls competing, because the more the merrier, and you get your city title first though. And then after that, once you compete for state title, you get the state title if you win. So it's not really much. It's not as complicated as it seems, but it's mainly a lot of pageants, also community work. Community work is really, really big. So, my way I got introduced into the pageant world was different from others. I actually ended up running for Miss Southern at my college, and I didn't get the title, but Miss Black USA and the Miss America pageant reached out to me to say, hey, Nevada's title is open. How about you run for this? And I think that's how I got introduced into pageantry, because I wasn't aware of it at all. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. But I did serve as a campus queen at my HBCU. So it's very different, but similar process and similar way of upholding the title. It's just that when you're with the state, you're literally the brand ambassador for the state.
Absolutely. So. And I, just you're so well spoken in that way because you're used to being in front of people, you're used to, you know, the community service aspect of things.
Yeah.
And so I would say like a good qualifier would just be getting out there and networking and
Yes.
being a part of the community, which I always say is so important, because that gives you the skills to be a people person and to
It
be
does.
involved.
And I think it's important that a lot of people notice that too, because it's more than just a title at the end of the day. Like, I always say the title doesn't matter if you can't vouch for what you really do. And so community work is a big thing in this pageant system. And it's really important because you never know who you're going to meet or inspire. So,
Absolutely. I think community service is a very big thing for us journalists
yeah.
too, because when we go into whatever city it is that we're working in, we are, providing a service to our community
Yeah.
as reporters also. But it gives us a chance to indulge in the community, get more involved, be a part of fundraisers. Those were always kind of like the best events because now I can get out and shake hands and say hi to
Yes.
people who just see you on TV or just see you, you know, at the pageant, but they don't actually get a chance to touch and feel and actually speak with you about issues that are important. So, what do you wish pageants did more of to make them more inclusive for Black women? And with that, I just want to go into it's the biggest thing that I've seen that's affecting young Black women in Las Vegas today. So, again, what do you wish pageants would do to make it more inclusive for Black women? Because I think the biggest things affecting young Black women today is lack of access and just not having a voice. So is that something that you face, or is that something that they're trying to fix in the pageant world? Because the pageant world can be brutal.
It is. I'm not going to lie to you. It could be very brutal, especially if you're not used to it. I would say, for one, starting off by just simply being accepting. As you know, in different systems, you don't always see a lot of Black girls. And I'm very honest about this because sometimes even when I go around with my title, Miss Black, it throws people off because it's like, let's just get the elephant out the room. Why does it have to be Black sometimes,
Right.
And coming up in Las Vegas, they're not as understanding, I would say, of it because they're familiar with the Miss USAs and Miss Americas, but what is Miss Black? Why does it have to be that? And I wish that more people would just simply be accepting to Black women in the pageant system because it is brutal with your mental health and it is brutal with just trying to keep an appearance, especially if you're an introvert. Some Black girls, they're not even familiar with, pageantry or think it's a thing for them because of how they're looked at in society. And I wish that, we would just tell ourselves we could do anything that anyone else does. And that's really, it's the confidence to start it. And then also the people who are in the pageant system to be accepting because your director is everything during your reign. It's everything when getting into it because, when you're running for the state title, you also have that city title, like I mentioned. So you have a Miss Las Vegas, Miss Summerlin. And let's say, the director chooses to be closer with one or the other just for any other reason. If they're not accepting towards the Black one, of course you're going to feel some type of way. And I think acceptance is the biggest thing in pageantry from what my experience has been. Because like I said, it's only my first year in pageantry. Yeah. But I know from prior experience as being a queen, you want to be accepted in no matter whatever space you go into. And so I would hope that any young Black girl, any Black woman that's watching this, that they choose to accept their own selves into the pageant system, regardless of what they're going through. Because it is hard being a trailblazer, but when you get into it, no one can stop you.
And what is, now that you are in the position that you're in, what are you hearing from a lot of other Black girls that you encounter? What's something that a lot of Black girls are dealing with in Las Vegas?
So, right now, especially with my focus, I know I've met with other pageant girls who are Black. Miss Nevada, she's in the United World system. There's so many systems, but she just won the title and she's a Black woman. She was like, I'm happy that there's more melanated women and it actually gives us a purpose to actually serve in the community for us. Now, I noticed I try to go out and speak to those who are not in the pageant system. So high schoolers is my main focus, the Black student unions that we go out to. And a lot of the times I hear like you said, lack of resources is a real thing for us, especially in the social media age where we're in a fast get money stage. I just have to say with so much slang, but it's really one of those things because everybody's not looking for the same, positive community impact. They're always looking for the next get up. And especially living in Las Vegas, it's hard to get out of that cycle if that's all you see. So the goal is to really break the stigma for that, especially with the high schoolers and middle schoolers, because it starts off so young, and it's really not hard to get out of, but it's like, who is there representing these young Black women to be like, hey, I want to do something better outside of, just being this young fast scheme of getting money and doing things the wrong way,
or just trying to impress their friends all the time. It's that dopamine fix that you get when you get those likes and those comments, and you don't really focus on self-development and mental health. And for everything that they're seeing on social media, they need thousands more of young ladies like you to see, so that way they strive for something more. And I'm sure that's something that even when you talk to those high schoolers, it's like connecting with them can be difficult because their viewpoint of the world is not something that is the same with you, and you kind of have to navigate how to flip that mindset a little bit.
Well, luckily I would say, because I just graduated college, I'm young just like them, so I feel like I do relate a little bit, but it is still a challenge because, like I said, we were like 7 years apart.
Yeah.
Some of them are in high school, like starting as freshmen. They're getting into that, not impressing friends, boys, all this. And so it is a struggle at times, but like I said, I will hope that, we could break that stigma of like, just being in that whole area. It's a lot because, of course, it's deeper issues, but it starts with the main one, like how are we going to attack it and how are we going to actually move forward with it. And it takes a community to do this.
Yeah.
I had spoke with a pageant queen last night about this. She created Crowning Up, and basically trying to get young Black women and brown women of color to get into the pageant system for confidence, self-empowerment, and just other things so they can build themselves up. And I really hope it really flourishes because it's a big deal. And I think pageantry in Nevada could go a long way.
Yeah. So what is your favorite thing to do in Las Vegas? You said you're young, you just graduated college, you're 21, you're going to law school.
Yep.
So in the meantime, in between time, what are some of the things you like to do before you start cramming those books?
Oh my goodness. I'll keep it PG. So my favorite thing as of now,
you don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah, say what you like.
I'm a traveler though. I like to travel out the country. So it's so crazy, but we gotta talk about Vegas. So so far I like going to Dre's.
Listen, we still like going to Dre's.
I just went there for the first time on New Year's.
Wow.
We got into Rick Ross section.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. It was so random. We're in his section and he's performing. I see Anderson .Paak. I said, this is how Vegas is at 21. So Dre's became a fun nightclub. Inferno is like a Black nightclub.
I've been there before too.
Love it. So like the
she be in the hood, y'all. She knows what's up. We go to the same places.
So the nightclub so far has been the good thing. Now outside of nightlife, I like horseback riding in Vegas. Nice. Yeah. So they have a really nice area in Red Rock and on Blue Diamond to go to. But Red Rock, we went there. Love it. It's very peaceful. I did go to HBCU, so country girl lifestyle is embedded in me so bad. So trail riding is something I really like to do. I love riding horses, but those are some things that I find enjoyable in Vegas. And there's so many things to do because Vegas is growing every single day. And I've learned that. But I really like the nightlife. Like, it's really fun. It's enjoyable. And, like, if I'm tired, then I randomly decide I still want to go at 3 a.m.
Well,
I can still party.
You got that 21-year-old energy. When you get into your late 30s, that energy shifts. But, I always wonder what men and women your age or even younger find themselves getting into in the city. So it's nice to know that. I mean, obviously the nightlife is here, but I love horseback riding as well. Big horseback riding, definitely a world traveler. I have so many books here that you probably see here that are just albums of all the places that my family and I have been to. So maybe cool. what's one suggestion that you would give to men and women your age to do here in Vegas outside of the club life?
I would say explore the nature. It's a lot. I mean, even though it's a desert, it's a lot of things to do out here. Horseback riding has been something that I would say is the best thing to do. Starting off, if you don't really want to be, hiking, I would say get on a horse. hike through the mountains with them because at least you have a group with you. It's a little bit safer. But another suggestion I like to do is hike in Mount Charleston, but in April though, because
Yeah,
it's cool.
all of these things are spring activities.
Yeah, very much spring. In the summertime, I really like to say always go out in the nighttime. Well, really in the evening because it's super hot right now. So I'm more of a nature person. I'm very grounded. So like anything that has to do with going out and seeing that, seeing like mountains, seas, I'm really with it. So like, horseback riding. If they had trail rides, I would do a trail ride in Vegas. I would.
I know it.
But it, just anything with nature. I'm still exploring the city myself as I grow. So, it's nice.
Well, I love that for you. And like I said, there's always city lifestyle type of things to do. But, what you said is powerful and it's being grounded. Find that peace, it's always, it doesn't always have to be ripping and running and trying to keep up with the Joneses. It's nice to stay grounded and do things that you wouldn't normally do. So let people know where they can follow you. And what things do you have? What projects do you have coming up for the listeners to look forward to?
Getting ready for nationals, which is going to be July 29th through August 4th. So I'll be competing for Miss Black USA.
Yay.
And that's my big project right now. Wow. So that's the one that's taking up all my time. But I have a couple events here and there throughout, but I really will be doing a lot of community service. Catch me at NPHY. They're a nonprofit homeless organization where you could do volunteer for them. I really like what they stand for. And if y'all ever get the chance to go out to help them because I really like them. But I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of volunteering up until we get to the national pageant because, child, there's a lot to plan for. And I'm not going to lie, we got a lot of stuff to do. So I'm excited. But my socials are Miss Black Nevada USA _ and then we have Miss Black Nevada USA pageant, and then my personal is jasmine.z.b _ So yeah, thank you
so much. And I know you have a lot going on, but you're gonna do it with style and grace.
Yes,
and good luck.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
thank you so
I'm
much.
Excited for you.
I really appreciate it. I'm very excited because like this is really big for Nevada to just do. Like my director, we've been working tirelessly. So I'm like, hey, once we get this status, I'm definitely going to be on the road with Nevada once we start hitting it. Because, we got a lot to do.
I love that. I love that. Well, again, you can find all of her social handles down in the comments. Thank you for joining us on Summa Our Vegas. Again, I'm Renee Summer Our. If you want to support and listen to the podcast, please subscribe to Summa Our Vegas on YouTube. We're also on Spotify, Podbean, and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you want to email me or have any questions, you can do that at summerourmedia. That's SUMMEROUR @gmail.com. And as always, if you want to support and donate or sponsor the podcast, you can cash at me at Summa Our Vegas Podcast, or again, just email me at the information on your screen. Thank you for hanging out with us and see you on the next episode.